Hi guys, hope you're doing okay. It is the 10th of November, it is Monday, and I wanted to make a video about how to actually get a job. Now, this statement is quite ironic from me. If you've seen my channel so far, you know I've been struggling to find a job, and you shouldn't really trust a random guy on the internet. However, this is from my own experience. This is from talking to recruiters. This is from me getting a job in the corporate world, from me getting a job entry level, and everything in between, okay? This is something that I know that I need to improve on moving forward. And this is something that I think everyone should know if they want to get a job. Okay, so I'll break this video down into two simple values. And the value one, the best way to get a job or how to get a job is from contacts. It's from who you know. It's from old work colleagues. It's from friends, family. It's the social component. We as humans are extremely tribalistic. Okay, and you can see this in anything. Another example is the military. The military are arguably the most demanding job role you can do, okay? And they would take someone they can trust over someone who's more capable of shooting any day, which makes sense because if you're going to war with someone, you want to be able to trust them. You need to rely on them. And so that extends to the corporate world. That extends to any job you want to get. This is why I'm struggling as well, by the way. And this is the reason also I'm doing YouTube videos because I lack that social component. In the tech world, I don't know any developers really, at least anyone that could help me or get me a job. But what I can do is become popular through social media, through YouTube, from streaming my journey learning to code. That compounds over time, and hopefully that will get me a job as well. So it's very much, sorry if you can hear the screaming, by the way. And so it's very much who you know, okay? What I recommend is what I'm trying to do. So for example, if you're trying to become a developer, is go to these conventions where people code or like hackathons or whatever it is, and then meet people that way. That's exactly what I'm doing. In fact, the only jobs that I got recently, the last 3 jobs actually, 2 of them are from an old work colleague, who's an amazing man, and through the job centre, because they didn't see my CV, they saw me face to face, and obviously I'm well spoken, and that got me the job in that particular call centre. But we know what that, you obviously check my videos to know how that turned out. But anyway, that's value 1. Value 2 is if you can't rely on a social network, in which case you're kind of fucked, let's be real, it is the method in which you create your CV. Now, the reason why this is value 2 and nowhere near as powerful is because I do believe in the growing dead internet theory. The dead internet theory is that the internet is mostly run by bots and automation. It's already happening on the job market. What do I mean by that? You are writing your CV. I bet you're writing your CV through some form of GPT or LLM. You're asking ChatGPT how to make your CV, okay? Then it passes, and once you've done that, you upload your CV to the job board or whatever job you're applying for. That goes through what's called an ATS system, applicant tracking software. That software scans your CV for keywords related to the job. So a recruiter will say they want to look for a developer and they want certain keywords, Python. Which is what I'm learning. The ATS system will track all the CVs applied for that role and search for the term Python. If it doesn't have Python, your CV won't even turn up. You need to match the keywords for the job role. Well, how do you do that? You go on the job board and find the keywords that match the job description. The other problem then is making sure those keywords are relatable to the job. It's like, okay, well, how would you get that? And this is what I'm doing right now. And this is what I've been recommended by recruiters and people and stuff like this. So most companies have a system of how they recruit people, some form of template or format, okay? And so you have to adhere to whatever template they want, whether it's some weird acronym of different abbreviation, whether it's showing an example of courage and commitment and hard work ethic, whatever, lots of bullshit. You could just break it down to XYZ method. Now, the XYZ method is simply this. I did this so that with this result. So this is a really simple example on this. I built a website so that I could get more customers, so that sales increased by 50%. And say the ATS systems wanted Python in that. So you could say, I created a website using Python so that I could get more customers in, so that sales went up 50%. It's a really shit example of XYZ method. People don't want this fluff of just, I am a hard worker and I did this so that the company made loads of money. It's just noise. But if you format it, so it's like, I built a website so that the website got more customers in, which meant 50% more sales or whatever. Like, you did something so that the result. That way you can use the keywords which are linked to a tangible, quantifiable thing. And then if you have 5 of those things, these methods, under one job listing, and then say you've got 2 to 3 job listings with different keywords, different results, different quantifiable metrics that can be used to prove that not only do you know the skill, but it resulted in a quantifiable gain for that job. That's what people are looking for. Okay. Now, my problem with that is that I don't have much metrics to go by. In my roles, I've got a few, maybe 2 or 3 sprinkled about, but there's not enough meat on the bone for me to provide metrics. I could lie, sure. But here's the thing as well. If you can provide proof of the fact that you built a website with Python so that more customers bought, I don't know, so that there's more customers for that given company, which resulted in a 50% increase in sales. If you've got that XYZ method, and then you've got like a proof of that. So say you've got a GitHub account where you show the website that you've built. That portfolio piece is what helps you get a job as well. Now, that is why, for me, I stream the journey I'm learning like Python on Twitch. I'm going to clip it into YouTube as well. So it gives me authority over talking about coding in general. And I'm still learning, so I don't have the authority yet. But, it explains my journey, and it provides proof as a portfolio piece, as well as my GitHub, as well as my website, as well as everything else. So then when a recruiter does look at my CV, they see a statistic where it's like, oh, Ben built this, which increased customers coming into the product, which meant the product made more money, whatever. Then they could be like, okay, well, that sounds fancy. Is any proof of this? They go on my GitHub. Oh, hang on a minute. This guy's got loads of products on the GitHub. Let's check his website. Oh, hang on a minute. He's actually got a website. Do you see how it all compounds? Despite all of that, that means fuck all compared to, or is not as powerful as, knowing someone in the business, knowing someone that can help you get a job. And that's it. It's tough. But that's exactly how you get a job. I mean, I put myself down where I say it's because, and I don't have one, so hopefully you listen to me. But at the end of the day, I don't see how there's any other way to get a job. And I think that is the best way. It's who you know. And then if it's not who you know, create a CV that passes the ATS systems using the right keywords, and then use the XYZ method per point on per job. So 5 points for each job, essentially. That quantifies the keyword that you applied on there as to why you can use that keyword for a given company gain, if that makes sense. But yeah, let me know if I'm wrong in the comments below. I'm sure you guys got some opinions, but that is generally my opinion on how to get a job. It's not easy, guys. So get networking. And yeah, let me know what you think. Cheers.